I gotta talk about bugs in Warframe right now, because there's one bug that kinda feels like it's getting out of hand again, causing things to just not work or work in completely unexpected and honestly broken ways. And every time the devs get it fixed, it comes back from the dead like some insane unkillable zombie. If you've been around my channel for a while, you'll know that I generally try to be a positive person here on my videos. I don't really do the negative Debbie Downer thing, because honestly it just kinda feels like rage baiting engagement slop to me, and there's enough of that out there if you're looking for that. I don't need or really care to add to that noise. However, on stream I'm, well, much more direct with my complaints to the devs about problems and calling them out for them. But today we're bringing that over to the shorts with the annoyance that is the host desync issues that we've been having over the past, I want to say, year-ish, causing a ton of problems and weird interactions. Essentially what's happening is that if you're not the host of a mission, some weapons, augments, arcanes, and abilities just don't work at all. Like acid shells just won't work with some abilities if you're not the host is a very commonly reoccurring one. Or things work in really odd ways that in the case of some interactions actually leads to major damage improvements, like with Hildren's Aegis Gale and Secondary Enervate getting infinite red crits if you're not the host. These kind of bugs can be incredibly frustrating, especially after you've worked so hard on a build to get it up to that wee big damage fun times point, and it just doesn't function the way that it's supposed to. Or alternatively, you get used to something being weird and maybe base your whole playstyle or build around that bug, and then when it gets fixed, you may feel like you've had something stolen from you or unfairly nerfed, leading to negative feelings about a frame or the game, or just not happy with your time and resource investments, which is totally fair and valid. Anyway, this is just more of a rant. I'm not a game dev, I don't know any programming, I don't know anything about netcode, I have no idea how difficult it is to deal with peer-to-peer connections like we have in Warframe. I'm literally an ape at a keyboard. And don't get it wrong, the devs are super aware of these kinds of bugs, and I know they're working on improving them every day. But this is just me kind of venting my frustrations, because as a creator, it's sometimes hard to recommend super cool things to you all when something's just not going to work about 25% of the time if you're playing in a public mission. And as a player, well, it obviously doesn't feel great when something isn't working properly. But anyway, rant over and let me know in the comments what you think. Remember to keep it polite and constructive, please and thank you. And as always, sub for more tips and swing by my stream if you need any help.